Well, there you are. 4 inches thicker. That's the key. I want to talk about compaction. Why does compaction matter in your garden? Oh, a few little tire tracks, what is that going to hurt your garden? When the man with the tractor offers to help, what do? You pull logs out of your wood chip pile. Now the boys that were taking these trees down, evidently they had 1 or 2 loads. They didn't want to set those off to the side, and they just kind of mixed them in. But I got lucky enough to have a neighbor with the tractor come help me out. But that brings up something we want to talk about in your garden. That's compaction. You know, I was lucky enough to have all those wood chips moved in for me. Now it doesn't matter. The weather turns bad, I can still come out here with the wheelbarrow and move them around where I want them. But at least they're on the garden. But I didn't want him driving all over the garden. That's why there's piles everywhere. I'll show you why. If you see this line right here, that's where the leaves are all pushed down. That's where that tractor came in and out. We can live with that kind of compaction up here in the newest part of the garden. We really hadn't planted a whole lot up here last year, but it's only 2 little strips. Oh, a few little tire tracks, what is that going to hurt your garden? Well, in the long run, it's probably not. But the life in that soil is aerobic, and it needs oxygen. Anytime you compact it, you run the risk of getting anaerobic bacteria and fungus. And it supports disease, which is harmful to your plants. Just like when you till. Yes, it gets nice and fluffy on top, well, until that first good rainstorm. And then it turns into a slurry of mud, and then it turns back into a brick. But underneath where those tines hit, that's a compaction layer. Those roots will hit that and spread out. They won't go down in because there's anaerobic bacteria and fungus down there. It's not the kind of life that promotes your plants. And that's why. You might be thinking, well, you walk on it. Yes, we walk on it. But with the deep mulch, you get 4 inches thicker. It's a nice cushiony layer. And since we only have 1 or 2 paths that we walk on constantly, nothing's growing there. The rest, you're just stepping here or there. You're not going to hurt the garden. Another benefit, what we just talked about, when it comes raining, you know, when you got it tilled up, that first good rainstorm, that turns into a soupy mess, and then it turns back into a brick. With the deep mulch, you don't have to worry about that. In a tilled garden, you can't walk out there after it's rained. You'll be up there ankle to knee deep in mud. Out here, when it rains, you can come right back out in the rain. Doesn't matter. You're up on top of that mulch, you stay dry, the ground stays moist. Just another benefit of the deep mulch. Now that we got the wood chips up here, I got 1 of 2 choices. I can either start spreading them out, or we can have a little fun planting. What do you think we ought to do? That's right, come on, let's plant. Since I still have some garlic here, which I neglected to harvest, and they're coming up good, I thought we'd go ahead and plant a few more cloves right here. Now don't tell my wife. It looks like there was a couple, 3 cloves here left on the counter. I'm gonna put those in. The soil under the mulch is soft enough, all you have to do is poke these in. They just sink right on in. Look at that. Pointy side up, of course. We also had some cloves that went ahead and started sprouting. We went ahead and put them in this little dish with a little bit of paper towel and a little water. We got some nice roots on those. I'm gonna make a little hole. I don't want to break those roots off. And if you want green in your winter garden, garlic cloves are wonderful. And no matter where you're at, if your ground is not frozen, now is a good time to go ahead and put some garlic in. And you can plant it kind of deep. You don't have to. You can plant it just so that the cloves are right under the ground. Then we're just going to add a little bit of our brand new wood chip mulch. Go ahead and mulch in around these. Depending on what zone you're in is going to dictate how much mulch you put down. Garlic cloves do require a little bit of frost for them to bulb out. And over here, since we sort of have a chaos garden going for the winter, you're cooking and you have an onion that's started to sprout, you can take most of that onion off and use it. We just pulled that middle out, we put it in a glass, and I'm gonna get it right here in the ground. Get about 50% doing it this way, even in the winter. And it's fun. They're gonna be under plastic, so I'm not worried about it. And if they don't make it, we got others coming up behind it. You can do this too. Well, we had a little fun. We got a few things planted. Got a whole bunch of wood chips moved into the garden. Maybe I'll go get a wheelbarrow or two of leaves. Maybe I'll go to the house and get some coffee. You don't have to do it all in one day, but compaction is an important thing. You want to watch out for that. Remember, the more air you can have in your mulch and in your soil, the happier that life is going to be. And the happier the life is, the happier your plants are going to be. It just sort of works that way. And until next time, remember, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you. Come on, let's plant.
Let's go plant garden.